into Champ Select now.
Oh, this is gonna be nice. I'm interested to see if they're gonna go with the same team comp and then just see if they can do better with it and not do those missteps, or if they're gonna be actually go with a different type, maybe a siege one, maybe a split push one. There's so many different ways that you can play this game, and it's lovely to see the different type of team comps.
Yeah. So they have actually banned out the Nunu. They knew how strong he was. He countered jungled so much during the game.
Well, it was that early dragon, and they don't want that anymore.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Yeah, there's that
They
too.
didn't want the cheese.
So, and they go ahead and ban Kennen out. They're not going to go ahead and pick it themselves. They saw the Janna ban, and immediately, if you ban a Janna, the first thing you have to think is they want Kennen.
Exactly.
So they're going to go ahead and take that away, and they go ahead and ban out the Thresh Prince as well. He's another just so strong. I don't know for sure if anyone on Shut Up Meg actually plays Thresh.
Satchelus has, and actually most of them have.
Okay. So, but obviously it's something that Lacking Strategies does not want to deal with, and a Leona actually going to be the last one coming out.
Let's just ban all the sports. This is get them all out of the way. But I mean, Thresh just brings so much to the table, and I don't know. He's just so utility-wise. He brings what most AD carries want out of a support, besides a heal.
So they go ahead and ban out Twisted Fate, and they're actually going to go ahead and pick up Kennen for Proctor. So that
you said Kennen, but
did I say Kennen? I'm sorry, I meant Caitlyn. And it looks to counter that they're going to go ahead and just pick out Misfortune. Misfortune is actually really good against Caitlyn. Both of them have a lot of strong poke, but at the same time, you can hit the Misfortune double up to not get in range of really anything that Caitlyn can throw at you and still get a lot of poke out. And they're going to go ahead and stay with the Nami. Their Nami last game hit so many bubbles.
It was very good. I'm surprised they didn't ban out Nami.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that they at least banned out the Leona against themselves.
Yeah.
But they're actually going to go ahead and pick up an Elise. So it'll be interesting to see who is going to be taking that one.
That'll probably be Satchelus in jungle.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, Elise is very nice in jungle because of her Q, because of her stun. She brings a lot to the table in which you're not expecting out of a jungler, or you really don't want to expect it. And actually, Evelyn being hovered over here.
Yeah, Evelyn is a really strong assassin, somebody you don't really see played too much anymore, unless it's Ascara. No, they actually change off. It might be a Cho'Gath. We're just have to wait and see exactly if they're going to lock this in or not. But both of these are picks that are interchangeable on where you can take them. You can build a nice tanky Cho top lane.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to get to live that one down the rest of the weekend. But you can build a really tanky Cho top lane in the jungle, an AP mid who's going to be tanky. But over on the other side, Lacking Strategies is going to go ahead and pick up Zac and Swain. Swain, I'm really excited to see. You never really see Swain.
I love Swain.
You always see, Zac is always picked or banned. They banned him last game. They decided not to this time. They're going to pick him up, more than likely going into the jungle. So we'll just have to wait and see if they're going to go with an AP mid, or possibly, or not even AP mid, as you can really take almost anything mid, but either a mid or top, as Swain can go with either. But we have to see what these last two picks are going to be for Shut Up Meg. Is there anything you see coming out?
As of right now, probably right now, no. I don't. I mean, I could see a Sona. Yeah,
that guy likes Sona.
Yeah, apparently he loves Sona. I mean, I don't know what it is. It could be the art. It could be and Rise actually being hung over. I know actually Matias likes Rise. Zangoff enjoys Cho, and Satchelus actually likes Elise. So I think that's what they're going to be for those different champions. And a Lulu actually coming out. I've never seen Zeller and Lulu. Really? And so that'll be very interesting to see. I don't know if he's practiced it or whatnot. But that's actually a very tanky yet AP team.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, looking at Lacking Strategies, it seems like they've taken their counterparts' strategy from last game, which was a lot of ults. You had the Zac knockup, the Swain ult, the bullet time, and then the Nami tidal wave. with all of that, that's a lot of dot going down and a lot of CC at the same time. You knock him up with the Zac ult, and then the Nami knock-up follows up with that. Knock-up is the only one CC that you cannot build tenacity against, which is really rough.
And it looks like they're going to pick up Renekton. That'll be a really good top lane. As I do believe we're going to be seeing Renekton. Yes, and Renekton does get locked in, so that is going to be the team comp. You're going to have to see, we're going to see some switching around. Who is going to get what? It does actually look like you're right. It does look like it is going to be Elise jungle, Lulu and Caitlyn in the bottom lane, Ryze in the mid, and Cho'Gath up in the top lane.
Actually, it might be Ryze top because Rumble was top last game.
Oh yeah, yes, that is true. So it actually, it might be that mid lane AP Cho.
Yep. And I've actually seen that quite a bit. I'll be playing mid, or I'll be playing a different position. I'll see a Cho mid. He's actually a pretty decent counter against Yi if you can play him right. Or
I hate that.
There's other things, and he just gets so tanky late game and yet does a ton of damage. And then with the Q on Elise and then the Nam on Cho'Gath, that's a lot of smite potential. So we could see a lot of what's it called, steals, anything like that. And looking at the summoners here, Cho'Gath actually took teleport while Renekton did the same.
Yeah. See, the teleport, I can't really say while these guys are in champ select what summoner spells are going to be going down, so we don't really give anything away, because obviously they can hear us, but we are on a 3-minute delay, so that helps out quite a bit. But that teleport really makes me think that it's possibly going to be Cho top. But like you know these guys a lot better than I do, so I'm going to trust that it is going to be Cho in the mid and Ryze
they
up
could
in the
do
top
lane
lane.
swaps.
They could. They could. So, but over on the other end, we're going to be seeing a Misfortune and Nami in that bot lane. And that's going to be really strong too. These are two immensely strong poke lanes. Or poke teams.
Yep.
So it'll be really interesting to see who is going to be able to outpoke who.
Yeah, and also looking at like wave clear, I put that more actually on the side of Shut Up Meg. You have the Piltover, and then you have the Rupture and Silence, both by Cho. That's a very hard AP clear if Cho goes AP. I mean, they're all AP, but they can all go tanky as well. I mean, you look at Ryze, you look at Cho'Gath, you look at Elise. All have been shown as either AP or tank or even a hybrid of both.
Yep.
Ryze will most likely be a hybrid because of his build. You can build him a lot of mana, does a bunch of damage, everybody knows that. And then on the other side, though, you have a lot of armor shred. Bullet time with Renekton's ult, that is a ton of armor shred.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you just have Renekton sit in the middle of everything being huge, doing a slice and dice and everything like that. And then on top of that, you have bullet time, and then Zac jumps in and does a bunch of knockups, and then just Swain sits around and just sits in the middle and says, "What's up, guys?"
Just throws on his pro form and caw.
Yeah, he just says, "What's up, y'all?" And, you know, he's just hanging in there like a homie. And then Nami's in the back, and she does her CC thing and does a lot of disengage, but what these guys are really looking for is engage. You have the Zac jumping. And with that, immediately after, I'm expecting to see a Nami ult.
Yep. Immediately
after, even before he puts on Let's Bounce.
Yeah, he's going to slingshot in while Nami is throwing out the tidal wave.
Yep.
It actually, I think she's going to throw it just right before he lands.
Yep.
Because he's going to get in, and that's going to be one knock up there, and immediately he's going to throw on Let's Bounce, and like you said, that tidal wave is going to come through, and that's going to be just ridiculous to deal with.
Yeah.
And bullet time actually coming across even all that.
Yep.
So we are now 10 seconds before we get into this match. Really excited to see. You know, let's actually touch on this level 1 real quick.
Yep.
What do you think we're going to be seeing? Do you think we're going to be seeing another trying to catch somebody out? Do you think there's going to be a lot of... See, there's a lot more damage in the level 1s for these teams this game.
Yep.
So do you think we're going to be seeing a lot more aggression?
I would see a lot more aggression, but I would have to get it to it depends on what Cho'Gath gets. If he gets Rupture, which still works in jungle starting off, or not in jungle, but in mid, starting off, that would be very nice for an invade.
Yeah,
and then you have Ryze, who he'll probably get Q early game, but he could still get his Prism. Elise is not gonna get her stun, but she's going to get 2 abilities off of her Q, which does percentile damage. Then Lulu will have probably the slow. And then obviously Caitlyn's going to have Caitlyn could have either Peacemaker or she could have her traps. So depending on how they want to do that, I would see a lot more aggression out of Shut Up Meg more than on the other team. But on the other side, you have Swain. Swain can go most things. I like to get E on him first because early game in your lane, you do a ton of damage. You E and he does percentage more damage.
Okay, all right. So, you know what? I actually can't tell you what Swain's E is. Which move is that? Is that the Raven?
No, that's not the slow dot. That's the regular dot.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you for explaining.
And
more dots.
More
that's
dots.
Right.
And that's really what their team comp is a bunch of dots. You have the Swain dot, the Misfortune bullet time dot, and then the Renekton ult dot. And on top of it's just there's so many dots that by the time that the team fight ends, they're hoping that everybody's low enough that they can kill him or they can just kill him.
Yeah. For those of you not familiar, DOT stands for damage over time.
No, it just stands for dots.
Just stands for DOT, apparently. So we are now into game. Let me switch up this scoreboard real quick. Actually, they're just about good. So everyone is trying to get out as fast as they can.
Mm-hmm.
So Joe actually opting to go with the cloth armor first. Makes me think even more that he is going to be going towards that top lane.
Yeah, he could. They might be doing a lane swap then. Because Marias was top, but I know that Marias likes to run Rise mid because they're like, well, that didn't work too well. Let's put you in the other lane. So we'll see how that works out for them. Rise is very good at ganks because he can Rune Prism you with not skill shotting the other one, but they do that, and then Elise can come in and do whatever she wants to, and it locks the opponent up so that Elise can get a stun off. And so they're actually looking like they might move forward. There's a lot of pings going down.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are going for the enemy red.
But here's the difference, though. Now their lacking strategy is actually going for the opponent's red, while these guys are going for their red. Now that they know that their enemy team is by their red, in which that's why they placed that ward.
Yep.
Now they can safely go to the enemy's red and counter invade.
Yeah, Renekton already seeing it safe. He's going to be going back right now so he can get up to lane as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it looks like we're not going to be seeing any aggression. They're just going to go ahead and pick up each of the enemy's blues, or excuse me, reds. So you see, it looks like the bot lane is going back now.
Yep.
So they actually should be getting there about the same time as the other bot lane, who's gonna have to help Zach with this red buff.
Yep, and that's really they're gonna be getting their enemy's red buff first. Well, the blue team's red buff first because they have 3 there. But Satchel is doing that percentage damage and getting it about the same time, but Satchel is still lingering around. And Zach might move down, and since they have no ward here, he might just stay here in the tri-bush and look for a gank like right now.
Yeah, he already has that level 2. I have to see what he has. He has the elastic slingshot and the unstable matter. Oh, he's actually going to run right here into Lulu. He gets one off. The damage is coming out, and there's the knockup. Nice, and that's the flash away. The dot is ticking, but that is not going to be first blood. Lulu is going to get away from that one.
Woo, that was so insane. So they got a little bit caught out there, but wow, extremely lucky, popping that potion so that he didn't die by the ticks. And the level 1 ignite does a little bit of damage, but not quite enough, I guess, for that. And the gank looked like it was successful, but Caitlyn, still full health, is going to be able to be just farm it up down there on bot, while MF is gonna have to be a little bit careful for that poke. Nami obviously being able to go in and give her heals.
Yeah, Elise is going into the top lane. There goes the rupture. It is gonna land. Slice is gonna bring him out, but there's
wow.
Unfortunately, they don't have the damage just yet, but that is a ton of damage coming out onto Renekton, and he's gonna have to back off now, play a little more safe, and he's gonna get zoned a little bit.
Yep, and Elise is gonna stay in top lane just so that he's able to zone a little bit there. And
yeah, she actually is going to walk through this ward, so they know that he is just sitting there. He's going to stay back at his tower. Just go ahead and let Cho kind of push out, as it's inevitably going to happen with the spikes.
Yep, of course. And so with that,
they're actually trying for this tower dive. This is not a good idea. Oh, and that's going to be first blood from the tower. And that's going to be he jumps up the rappel, but there's Zach jumping over the wall. He's going in, trying to do what she can. At least has a lot of damage. The red buff is going to slow him. But Zach flashes in, and that's going to be 2-0. For lacking strategies. Really great job by them. I'm not sure what they thought was going to be a good idea of tower diving level 2 against someone so tanky like Renekton.
I don't know why they tower dove. I understood why at least stood there for really just to press back Renekton.
Actually, the knockup does come down. Unfortunately, the exhaust. Are they going to be? There's the barrier. Miss Fortune has used her barrier. She has been exhausted as well. She goes in. Unfortunately, she's going to go down. The vision was lost when when she went into the bush. The vision was lost, and that really spelled doom that she kept going in.
Yep.
These guys really seem to be on tilt, and they're making so many mistakes.
Yep, and as you see, Nami was extremely low. If Caitlyn just opted for Nami, she could have easily gotten that kill.
Yep.
But instead, she was like, all right, let's chase after MF there. Not really thinking ahead about that one. And so that cost her life. And he's really going to be facepalming on that one there.
Yeah, bot lane has now only one summoner spell, which is going to be the flash from Nami. So we're going to be seeing that one be a little bit more passive for now. We do actually see Zach coming in. He's going to go ahead and throw down a ward and go ahead and walk away. He might actually slingshot over. No, he actually uses the smite, and he's going to pick up the big wraith.
Yep, and that's really just going to put Specialist behind here. And again, lacking strategy, looking like they're coming out on top here. We're going to see if they're going to be able to really pull that ahead, really snowball that. Obviously, Ryze being a very good late game champ. Also, Cho'Gath with having so much health and so much stack. On top of that, Caitlyn having her range. And then MF might fall off a little bit, but obviously going to be able to get a lot of damage out with her bullet time unless she gets stunned up by her enemy. Lulu having that polymorph. But as of right now, they have the level advantage, Shadow Knight and Cleveland Boy. And so they're looking for that for level 6, and Specialist actually showing himself.
Oh, the teleport is actually coming into bot lane. They go ahead and get the Make It Rain going. A lot of poke damage as it is now 4. He actually flashes in. He is not going to get the pop-up, though. That's going to be a wasted flash right there. And actually a wasted both summoner spells, flash and teleport.
And Renekton could have countered that as well with the teleport, but his teammates basically said, no, we don't need it, we'll be fine. So Renekton, what he decided to do instead was just completely just push out his lane, and then probably back after this. He does have full health, and he did just buy not too long ago, and so he might just push on this completely, knowing that his enemy doesn't have his teleport. He's not going to be there for a while.
Yeah, he's going to get a good amount, or actually it looks like he's more concerned. Oh, but actually from behind, Ryze is going to get caught by Nevermove. A lot of damage over time coming out. He has been ignited, and that's going to be a kill for Hannick.
And the dots are just too much. The dots, I'm telling you, man.
The dots,
not the damage over time, just the dots.
Them dots.
Man, dot. And with that, they're going to be snowballing that more. 4-0. They're up already over 2K. And it's only 7 minutes in. They haven't even taken a dragon yet. And it's just looking a little bit bleak here for Shut Up Meg, but hopefully they can.
He actually goes around. He pops the ultimate. He gets popped up himself. Thankfully, he did get the silence, so Renekton wasn't able to do much along with the pop-up, and he's going to be able to walk away, and Renekton isn't going to get much out of his ult.
Yep, and on bot there also, Shadow Knight went a little bit aggressive on there, but just backed off. And wow, Renekton's being really aggressive here.
Yeah, he actually gets the stun under tower. He takes one shot himself.
And he's just... Oh, and Zach is actually coming up around from behind here, and this is a really smart play by them, knowing how low that Zangoff is. But he has his Omnom, so if he's able to use that really for his advantage while they're diving, to take a minion, and actually he's taking blue.
Yeah, Renekton says, screw this, I'm just gonna go help take this. So they decide to go ahead and just go counter jungle instead of diving.
Yep.
Cho'Gath is coming down. It doesn't look like he's going to actually catch anyone. He turns away. He actually could have gone down and gotten Zach because he is so low. He has the ultimate, the Feast. Unfortunately, though, he doesn't go far enough down. He doesn't see him. And Zach is just going to be able to counter jungle. Lulu actually goes in, gets some poke damage. A little too far out there, and she takes more damage than she gave out.
And I don't know if it was on accident, but they gave her Nectin Blue. They might just want the cooldown on him, and I mean, neither of them use mana, and so either way, it works out. But they gave her Nectin Blue, maybe a little bit more harass against Cho'Gath. But they knew that Elise was sitting down there on bot for a while, and they knew that, and so they're like, all right, let's just take her blue, and we'll be okay with that. We'll be completely fine with that, actually.
Yeah, it'll be really nice. They're actually doing a bit of damage. The polymorph comes out. They're not going to be able to go in on this. Oh, actually, they get the pop-up. Make It Rain comes across along with the tidal wave. The flash in. She's been exhausted. Unfortunately, bullet time does come across, and that's going to be a kill for Miss Fortune.
Yep, and again, with that 6, again, they were really looking for more damage with that 6 and to be able to use their ults more. And Lulu wasn't 6 yet. Caitlyn was, but with that, Lulu wasn't able to survive using her
Wild Growth.
Wild Growth. Yep, that's the one.
I know that one.
Oh, awesome.
So Swain is going to be passed over his team's blue. That's really going to help him out because for those of you that don't know, his ultimate, the longer that he has it on, the more mana it costs per second. So having that blue buff is really going to help him out and put Rise even further behind because he's not going to be able to stack up his tiers effectively.
Yep, and Swain also taking that tier. I actually enjoy that build as well on Swain. And Swain having that kill on Rise. Zach just being a real nuisance for really this entire team. And Shut Up Meg making a little bit of missteps with their plays and what they're doing, but and I really haven't seen Elise do too much, and they're looking to go on down on Dragon.
So Dragon is going to be going, it looks like, to the side of lacking strategy. There's just really nobody around as Elise is not close, so the smite is not going to be there. So that's going to be the first Dragon of the game picked up at around 11 minutes and extending this gold lead to 4.2k gold.
Yeah, and it's looking really rough for these guys, but hopefully they're going to be able to pull it back. It's hard because Caitlyn mid lane or mid game is just
Renekton actually goes in. There goes the repel. The knockup is not going to get it. He actually throws his ultimate down to get some more tankiness. Unfortunately, they're doing a lot of damage. He flashes away. They're probably going to be able to dive on this. They keep going in. The rupture misses, but he takes down Elise, and he gets the stun, and Cho'Gath is going down. A 2v1 double kill under tower for Renekton. What a play.
Wow, and they just got way too aggressive there. Tower diving, like it didn't work the first time. Why go in another time?
Yeah,
that is my big question.
Yeah, Cho, oh, I see the issue. I didn't realize this last time. I'm sitting there thinking, why didn't Cho feast? Unfortunately, Cho did not have it. If
he used
did,
it actually early on him.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. It normally has a 1 minute cooldown.
He was running around and he was right about to get to his turn and he decided to feast.
Oh, was that right before he flashed?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not notice that because I was paying more attention to the flash. I apologize for that. So we're looking down onto the bottom lane again, who is just getting wrecked. They're going to go ahead and throw the bullet time across, just clear the wave out. They probably want to go back at this point.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. She is backing. Right on top of the ward, though, Lulu might go mess with her. She actually decides not to.
Well, MF is sitting on 2,800 gold right now, and she really needs to back. She has those 2 kills on her, and wow, Caitlyn just takes a ton of damage. And there's just, it's really hard for them. Elise coming down, looking to really help out, but Caitlyn just having to back and actually not backing. I don't know if that's the smartest choice by him.
This
actually,
oh, it's actually the teleport in behind the 2 of them. Ace in the hole did come out and take her. Unfortunately, they dodge basically everything. They know the wild growth. Unfortunately, Nami is actually going to go down. She throws the tidal wave away. Is he going to be able to get Caitlyn? No. Unfortunately, the barrier is going to save him.
But the teleport
has come in. He pops the ultimate. He is going to take down Caitlyn. It's now a 3v2. He gets popped up. Is he going to be able to continue the damage? He gets stunned. He's going to go in onto Elise.
Oh!
There's a double kill. They continue to go in. He's getting so low. He doesn't get popped up. So there's Slice. There's Slice. There's a triple kill.
No way.
Triple kill. He continues to go in onto Lulu. Is he going to get the quadra? He continues going one more. Is it quadra kill? He gets the Quadra in an amazing 1v4.
Wow. Renekton just sweeps it up. You could say that he was definitely the janitor in there.
Oh, good lord.
And they were all over him going aggressive on that team, and they paid for it because I think they forgot that Renekton had teleport to go against him.
They must have. That was the first time he used it. Just an amazing 1v4 after a double kill for bottom lane. Just amazing. I can't wait to see more things like this as we progress through this weekend.
And Renekton's playing him. Oh my gosh.
He him out again. He doesn't get the stun. There's slice, and he does get the stun. He dices through. Caitlyn does move the other way, though. And that, unfortunately for Renekton, is not going to let him. Man, I'm already losing my voice.
Yeah, well, Renekton's just making all of the plays right now, and oh my god.
Oh, we actually see in mid lane. There goes. They actually pop the passive. Nobody's doing anything to the passive, though. What are you doing, guys?
Renekton!
He comes back. He jumps back in with Renekton coming in. They take down Elise. They're gonna get Ryze. No, Ryze actually might go ahead and get Renekton. No, he gets away. Renekton runs. Oh my god! I can't believe this. They are gonna go to actually down in bottom lane. Lulu almost losing her life as well. Action just going down everywhere. I'm gonna let you talk for a minute while I catch my breath.
It's so hard right now for Shut Up Meg. They're trying to make these plays, but at the same time, lacking strategy is just responding with everything. Renekton coming down, getting the Quadra, and then Renekton actually not backing. He is still not backed. Well, he has now, but actually, he hasn't. He's sitting on 2,600.
Oh,
and
he has the most gold out of anyone in this game with 7,000.
He's definitely Bill Gates right now. And he's making all the plays for his team, and he's being in the right places at the right time. Being in mid lane right when he didn't back, came all the way up, and then helped out mid, and Swain died, but with that, Renekton got more. He got really low, but Cho'Gath had used his piece on Swain, to the point where it wasn't there for Renekton, and every time I bet they're just face palming because they're like, I wish I had my feast right now, because they could have easily killed Renekton, or they could have easily killed Zac, but they didn't. And
see, that was the
really
thing. They could have turned around. Oh, actually, Misfortune getting caught. Unfortunately, Zac is right there. He jumps in. Let's bounce has been popped. They're going to go ahead and rappel up and move away, but Ryze is coming around. He pops his ultimate. The Rune Prison has gone off. Unfortunately, there goes the tidal wave, and he's going to jump over the wall, and that's going to be all she wrote for that fight. Oh, actually, no. Ryze gets sped up. He probably went down. He does go ahead and get a lot of CC coming out. And this is going to be a kill. The Piltover Peacemaker is going to pick that one up. She gets a lot of much needed gold, and it looks like they're going to try to push through and take down this tower.
Yep, and if lacking strategy keeps on being aggressive like that, and Shadow Meg is able to use that to their advantage and really catch people out, that's really what is going to give them this game, and really have the other team throw it away. But with that, I'm pretty sure they're going to learn from it and say, hey guys, let's not be aggressive. Let's not go that far deep into their jungle, and let's play a little bit smarter here. But they have a ton of wards in that bot jungle, and that is really rough for blue team.
Yeah, we see the one at blue. One right here in this brush. That's a big major pathway to get around. But we actually have a two-man push down in top lane with nobody really around because the rest of the team is doing dragon. This is not a good trade, a tier 2 tower for a dragon.
Yeah, and that's just so rough, and Zac's right there, and they're just going to back off. But the tier 2 turret does go down, and that leaves top lane really just open. Now, what they could do is just leave that for Cho or leave that for Ryze, really, to just split push and farm up a little bit, because that's really what they need. And Sessions is actually really low.
Oh, they actually catch him out. There goes the knockup. He gets polymorph, and he's going to be going down. Zangoff is going to catch that one.
Wow, and again, with that aggression, they played that to their advantage and said, all right, let's just catch you out of position and use that for ourselves. Obviously, they're slowly bringing that gold lead down, bringing that gap down and closing it up a little bit, but lacking strategy is looking really strong right now, and it's really tough for Shut Up Meg, because a lot of these people are based off of farm, and looking at the farm difference, Ryze is 50 CS behind his counterpart. Cho'Gath is 70 CS behind his counterpart, and 7 kills behind his counterpart. Like, That is so much right now. And Caitlyn also is about 40 CS behind.
Something to note, actually, Rise only has 312 on his tier of the Goddess, and we're already almost 20 minutes in.
Yep.
That is going to be really rough. For those of you that don't know, all of Rise's abilities scale off of a mana. So to get that tier all the way built up is going to just continue to give him damage. Unfortunately, he doesn't have it, as he wasn't able to get the blue buff, and he's having a really hard time in mid lane against Swain, who's constantly pushing against him.
Well, as of right now, I wouldn't count that as because of the tier nerfs. It's every 4 seconds now instead of every 3. And so with that, it's going to be a lot slower to build your tier. So I would have to give it to Rise and be like, you've been building it all right. You obviously probably could be higher, but because of that nerf against the tier of the Goddess, the Manamune, and the Archangel staff, now what he could do to counteract that is get an early Archangel staff and build it up, because instead of giving you 6...
Oh, he actually gets time.
Wow.
Bounce goes in. Oh, everyone throwing everything. The teleport comes in. They're going to go ahead and dive in. Caitlyn has been ulted. Unfortunately, it really wasn't needed on her. They're just going to go ahead and dive in. Oh, Elise is not going down just yet. The flash comes out. They are going to pick up Elise there now. Renekton under tower is going to go ahead and pick up Cho'Gath. A double kill for him. He flashes in. He gets polymorphed under tower. He has the health, though. He's going to go ahead and walk away from that one.
And wow, Zach got away with barely anything. Swain went down, but that was a 4-for-1. And Lulu was the one.
4-for-1 and 2 towers.
And 2 towers, and Lulu was the one who died. And it's just lacking strategies, pulling themselves ahead so much with that early game lead with so much aggression. And that's really how they counteracted it, is that top lane they got really aggressive with the Renekton. Bot lane they got really aggressive with the teleport, and so Renekton counter-teleported. And with that, they were able to punish their enemies and really take the lead. And with that, it's hard for their Shut Up Meg to farm right now. I mean, still behind by so much CS. And with that, that's about a little bit under of a 6k gold lead for Renekton versus Cho'Gath. That is so much money right now.
Yeah, look at that, 10,000 versus 4,500.
And also in mid, that's about a 2,000 gold lead as well for Swain against Rise. Like, that is so much. Obviously, with the tier, he's stacking that up slowly, looking to get that glacial shroud.
Yes.
Yep. You're hoping to get that next. And Satchellus taking the blue for himself and not giving it to Rise, knowing that he had that tier to build it up. And Rise, I think, should get the what's it called? The Rod of Ages next. He should be getting that, because you want to get that as early as possible so that it'll stack up into your late game as soon as possible. But obviously going for the Glacier Shroud, I'm not sure if he wants that for Renekton, because Renekton's doing a ton of damage or not. But obviously Renekton 10 and 0, he's extremely fed. He has so much health right now.
Yeah, he actually goes ahead and picks up an Oracle's elixir.
Yep.
So he's going to be able to spot out all those wards. Touching back on the Rod of Ages for Rise, I actually think at this point it would be a better advantage for him to actually just go ahead and go with the...
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I was just about to draw a blank on that name. Oh, Mouseless with the save. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
But at this point, it would just take too long, and they're too far behind to get that rod all the way stacked up. It takes 10 minutes, and at the way things are going right now, I don't think this game is going to go on another 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, they're taking so many ejections. It's 5 turrets to 1. They've taken Dragon, I can't even recount how many times. 2. They've taken Dragon, it's 2 dragons up, 5 turrets up, or 4 turrets up, sorry, and an 11k gold lead, and that is a whole lot of money. I mean, you look at MF, already having that Phantom Dancer and the Bloodthirster, a fully built Bloodthirster on top of that. Caitlyn just getting her IE not too long ago, and now barely working towards the Zeal, while MF has a Phantom Dancer. Like, that's so much more crit. And then on top of that, you have Swain already finished his Rod of Ages and now working towards his Zonias, having that Seeker's Arm Guard, having 600 in his bank. And then Zach having Spirit Visage. And so there's so many more core items, these huge core items on the side of lacking strategy, that that it's going to be really hard and taking dragon again, third one.
Yeah, so that's going to be actually, I take that back. That's only the second dragon for them as Shut Up Meg got one. Oh, but they're going to go ahead and catch out everyone right here. He jumps in. There goes Let's Bounce while Bullet Time comes across everyone. Swain throwing his ultimate. He's actually going down pretty low, though. At least jumps up for the repel. Cho'Gath has gotten in there, but Swain is actually going to jump across. He gets net move. That's going to be a double kill for him as Renekton is chasing down everyone else. He gets polymorph. So far, we have a 3 for none as they continue to chase down Lulu. She flashes away, and that's going to be the end of that.
Yep.
They're going to have to back off now, push their advantage. It looks like they're going down towards this bottom lane to go ahead and take another tower, and things not looking good. It's now 19-6 in kills. So we should be seeing the 6th tower going down now, and just extending that gold lead to 15k just about.
Yep, and this looks extremely grim for these guys. I mean, there is so much ward dominance by their enemy, and there's so much just vision dominance, just all this map dominance because they have all these turrets down, they have all these objectives taken, and I don't think that they're gonna win this one, but
no, things are looking bleak, but as we know, this is League of Legends, and we've seen some amazing comebacks over the years.
The throws are strong.
The throws are strong with the League community. That is true.
Exactly, but this isn't solo queue. This is very much so.
Yeah, this is true.
Full team.
Lacking Strategies really seems to have a lot more cohesion as a team, more communication, and they just seem to work better together, it seems.
Yep.
So everyone really pushing up now. They're going to try to catch out Renekton.
They really want this Renekton. Like, he's 10-0. They we want you, but
oh, actually, they're going to go ahead and start out Baron. There's been no there was a ward over here to see them go that way, but they don't know that they're all still over here. Oh, but Baron actually goes ahead and shows that they're there. And Elise is actually going to go ahead and propel in. No, are they going to go ahead?
Steal?
Make it rain goes across. Is he going to get it? Who's going to
get
it?
No!
Miss Fortune actually gets that one. Cho'Gath is so big. Unfortunately, everyone going down. There's 2 coming out. A double kill. A triple kill. Is she going to get it? There's the Quadra. Are they going to go in? Can they get it? The knock up. The Make It Rain misses. Unfortunately, too much time has passed. I don't think it's going to be a penta.
It is! The penta coming out!
A pentakill coming out for Miss Fortune. Amazing job by Shadow Knight right there. The first pentakill of this tournament.
That was very nicely done. I honestly thought it was been too much time. I'm like scumbag Caitlyn, just give him the pentakill.
I know.
but Caitlyn's still giving it
not to. It's so early, and we're seeing a pentakill. Just amazing play coming out. They're gonna go ahead and just tank this turret out. And go ahead and finish this game up as fast as they can. The minions are in now. That is going to be the first inhibitor tower, and that's actually the surrender mode. Shut Up Meg going down to Lacking Strategies. Game 2 of this series. They are going to be moving on to the next round to face off against Wood 5.
And actually, the Shut Up Meg was like, we bow down to the penta, and then they surrendered.
Yeah.